just let's see. Did I discuss how much money you were getting for turning in what's his name? I don't remember.
I don't
I
think
think
so.
you mentioned something worth, or you didn't have it in your mind how much it was going to be worth or something.
Right. Let's just say you guys got 100,000 credits to split amongst yourselves
Okay.
Ooh,
because you brought in a crime lord. That's a pretty big bounty target.
I just gotta go to.
Notes. Wait.
how much
Let me
is
get
that
my
split 3 ways?
Yeah. Let me
Wait,
get my
that's
Well,
gross. Feet.
No, it wouldn't be split 3 ways because you still got to
we
give
still
someone with
technically
the
got
beard.
bearded. We split 4.
Oh,
Even though
do
he's
4
not a
ways.
player character anymore, so that'd be 25,000 per person.
25,000 credits.
alright.
Scroll. 25. So if I split 25,
32,645
no, I'll
credits.
keep 15 for me and a 10 for the ship fund.
Alright.
Which brings the ship fund up to 20,000, and if I keep the 15 for myself, that's 1924. My personal credits have just barely out-edged the ship fund money I'm holding on to.
And I'm assuming you handed over the royal family to the rebellion.
Yep.
Oh, that's
my
right.
plan.
Shola has to deal with
Artino.
yeah,
What's his name?
Artino or something like that. I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember.
I think it was Artino.
Notes. Where are they?
Yeah, Artino
Oh,
was the name of the son. So yeah,
yeah.
he's wandering around the rebel hideout somewhere.
So it was a family delivered
essentially
day.
says he hid the fact of what happened there.
They hit a family. Let's see, documents. Outstanding. I forgot I had it all written down. Our crews, the father, Saphira, the mother, Archino, Deus, Archino. Oh yeah, Archino is the son, and Katha the daughter. Okay. Is the daughter dead, or is she just really injured?
She's just badly injured.
Okay.
Yeah, I do believe we managed to get out of there without murdering everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Surprisingly. So are we at the base, or are we just on the way to the base?
I'm gonna say you're at the base. I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother going over you handing over Dryden Voss to the whatever authorities because of the fact that it's just there's not much story to work with that, and I just kind of want to move things along.
Yeah. So Shola is gonna walk up and stop by the door where Archino is, and
You actually kind of find him hanging out in like the mess hall area.
oh, he's in a public place. So this
Yeah.
great.
He's just eating some slop. Because they don't. I mean, it's like a freaking. It's a poorly funded military base, so he's just kind of hanging around eating whatever gruel or whatever they got.
Space gruel.
I like that. I was gonna think
Space
like it's
gruel.
a.
Thank you.
I was gonna think it was like off the Simpsons, where it's premium knockoff gruel.
He's drinking his milk.
Yeah. It's like 1 in 3 people can't tell the difference between premium gruel.
Why are
Anyways.
my bones so brittle? I always drink my milk.
Yeah. So Shola's gonna walk up right behind him, and you can just feel this tension in the room, like everything is just shaking.
Yeah, like a clone trooper that just is kind of hanging around in here that was sitting nearby, just kind of like looks over and gets up and leaves. He hasn't noticed you though. He's just shoveling some slop in his face still.
So, is there anyone else in this mess hall?
There's like some people off in one of the corners, and there's the people that are, dealing with the food, but like there's not really that many people in here. Nobody that's particularly close by to the table.
She. Oh man, how is she gonna do this? Like, I know she's very angry right now. So she is. Yeah, I don't see any way around this. Her lightsaber is gonna be turned on with one blade.
Okay.
And she's gonna say Archino.
He his head kind of perks up, and he turns around.
What happened to my parents? And I'm gonna roll a force die real quick. Yes, I am gonna read all his thoughts. Surface thoughts. When I ask him that.
He just kind of he looks at he sees the lightsaber, and he goes, and you can feel him like scrambling for an answer. Like it's like, oh crap, does she know? Doesn't she know? What's going on? Why is her lightsaber on? What did I have for breakfast? That's not important right now.
I'm trying to be all serious. Anyways.
You asked for surface thoughts, that's what you get.
Right. The limits of the force.
Why do you ask, my love?
And her brow just furrows. Did you murder my parents?
You can feel him thinking, how does she know that? How does she know that? What's going on? And he just he gives like a very unconvincing like, no, why would you think such a thing?
Your family already gave you up.
Now he looks visibly confused. And then followed by terrified, because he doesn't know how you ran into his family, but he also realizes that you do definitely know what he did now.
And she takes a step forward. Why did you murder my parents?
He says, it wasn't fair. They shouldn't have given you up to the Jedi so easily. You weren't theirs to give.
Oh shit, that's the worst thing for him to say. Oh man. Is anyone else in here with me, by the way?
You mean like any other player characters?
Sorry.
Yeah, any of PCs.
I don't know, did you run off without us?
I think you guys probably knew where I was headed. I just don't know what you guys were doing.
I'm gonna say that Beard followed you because he had an idea of what was going on, and he's just kind of standing behind you, glaring at Art. No.
I'm gonna leave it to chance. Let's just roll one green and see if Grow would have decided to follow or not. That doesn't help.
That's advantage. I'd say that counts.
All right, so
It's a positive roll.
He's not sure what's going on, but he does get a general sense that there's something up and decides to maybe tag along to see what happens.
Wait, can I roll a green too? See if I So,
Test your logic and
ahead.
see if you decide to follow.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll roll green. Oh,
Hey, the party's all here.
Yeah,
Okay.
except for Roger and Hermit, they just decided to do their like maintenance stuff.
Do
I
their
like to
maintenance
think they're
stuff
having this
and
conversation.
and went out of
It-
the leaving people angst.
I like to think they're having this conversation. Yeah, Shiloh is such a peaceful Jedi.
Yeah, so like I think everybody can kind of sense how Shola's feeling,
Oh,
and
I think there's a disturbance in the force, sir.
yeah, you kind of hear Beard say, "Well, I know if I was in your shoes, I know what I'd do." He kind of does the thumb across the throat motion.
And Shola looks at her lightsaber and looks at herself and then thinks about her parents and then thinks about a lot of things like her brother.
So you also gotta understand, like Beard also doesn't really understand the Force that well, aside
Right.
from knowing that the Jedi, aside from considering the Jedi a good thing.
not the
What
Jedi.
does? Oh, is that what Nathan says?
What?
It's like, well, if you want me to say that.
What?
What didn't it? What it did? What?
Oh,
What did
just-
about
I,
Nathan?
I just
Yes.
said something, and Zareth was like, "Did you actually say that, or were you?"
Because neither of the other two of us heard it.
I'll say yes.
What was it that he said though?
What
I
was
said-
it you
Yeah,
said? Did I say yes
What-
now? Doesn't mean anything.
I said, well, let's see. Nathan said that's not the Jedi way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So she puts her lightsaber in both hands, forces it up.
Are you gonna roll to decide what you're gonna do?
I think I know what I'm gonna do. She's gonna swing her lightsaber, and hear me out, wait me finish,
Yeah. Mhm.
and just barely miss him and slice the table in half.
Ooh.
And she's just gonna scream and just howl and just go. And then she's gonna go, I'm not like you, but I
Okay.
will give you a 5 minutes head start, and you better leave,
Yeah, I'm
because
just gonna-
after this, I'm gonna tell my brother everything you have done.
Yeah, I'm just gonna point out though, as you were saying this, you also happen to look down, and he's he's leaning back against one part of the half of the table, and you can see he's very visibly wet himself.
I was gonna say like he probably wet himself at that point.
I wet them. Oh, look at that.
So yeah, basically, Shola says the gist of it is that she's essentially giving him a 15-minute head start before she tells his brother everything, and he comes looking for him. Because as forgiving as she is, he has a right to know, and he's not as forgiving.
All right, and then you're gonna walk away from him after that.
She's gonna punch him in the face.
Oh, and then
You know what? I haven't done this in a while.
Ooh.
I have an extra force point. Force slap.
Oh. Or the force.
Reach out with the
slap.
force
There
and
we go.
slap somebody.
And she's just. I guess she's just gonna.
hold on a sec. What's Shola's defense rating?
Shola's defense rating depends.
Is it
It-
1 or?
2, I believe. Her. Let's see. Where's her defense training? 2, yeah. If it's against another lightsaber.
For melee attack, you mean?
Yeah.
So you force slap him, and then you're just kind of looking at him, and he whips out a vibro knife and tries to stab you, but you deflect it out of his hand.
Okay, this is time the Wookiee comes in and just grabs him.
All right, so Gro has a hold of him now.
Did you need me to roll for that, or is he just instantly grabbed?
No, he's just instantly grabbed because he's unarmed now because she knocked the knife out of his hand. He can't really out wrestle Gro. I'm not even gonna let him try to roll for that.
So if you're just gonna let me have it, I'm just gonna say that basically suddenly there's a big blob of fur comes up right behind him, grabs him up from under the arms, pins his arms behind his back, and Gro's hands are now on the back of his head, essentially bracing his head, forcing him to look right back at Shola right now, as he just hears this large bestial growl behind him.
And then Shola looks at him, denying, goes, 10-minute head start. 9-minute head start. I get running if I were you.
I let him go.
And she pulls out her, and I entered the info into the data pad and sent it to Zalmax.
He begrudgingly starts running.
Where is it? I need it. First time I need it tonight. Begrudgingly, you say. I have some more enthusiasm for him. If I may. Yes, this right here. God dang it, it's taking too long.
Funny thing is, I actually thought he was going to successfully hit when he tried to attack.
You know, she probably would have killed him in that moment if he did that.
Beard probably would have killed him if he successfully hit.
Yeah.
All right, I got enthusiasm for him.
No. Yeah, he runs faster.
Yeah.
As he's about to reach the door, like all of a sudden he gets tripped by someone, and you hear, "Oh, I'm so sorry about that." And he staggers back to his feet and keeps running. As
who tripped him?
as Saw Gerrera approaches the party. He's the guy that warned you the Imperials were about to arrive when you're on the previous mission.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's at least a briefed of the ongoings and probably heard some of what just happened.
Or he just doesn't like royal douchebags.
Either way.
So, there's been talks about the mission going to Naboo since you guys arrived. Because you guys decided you were going to take that mission. I'm not going to bother role-playing that part specifically.
Yeah, we basically used and said Naboo. It sounded interesting.
Because something's going down there. You don't know what. You just got the coordinates for something that's supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So he approaches the party and says, "So, I hear your squad's going to be heading to that mission on Naboo, huh?"
Shola is just silent at this moment.
With only the yep and a bit of silence, Gro kind of looks to him and nods, and essentially in Wookiee says, "We'll be heading there as soon as we're done with business here." Kind of looking up through the doorway still at the guy he just tripped and giving him a few more minutes.
Your crew looks like they really know how to take care of themselves. They know how to get things done. So, I was wondering if you guys would be bothered at all I brought along a few soldiers to provide some ground support while you're there, if need be.
No, fine.
As captain, I have no issues with this.
He pats Grow on the shoulder and says, "Good man, good man. I'll see you on Naboo."
Give a Wookiee okay and nod.
Well, he
Well,
does
yeah.
he does ask for your guys' personal comm channel before he
for our comm
leaves.
channel, sure. That's something Gro can easily give him with the data pad, I assume.
Yeah.
Yep. He's like, "All right, boys, I'm gonna get headed there ahead of time. I'll see you guys when you arrive."
Yep, we'll see you there.
All right, and he leaves.
No problem whatsoever. Chill. No, what time we got left?
Yeah, I've forgotten Jedi Fallen Order. Like he helped, of course, with when those Wookiees were.
I haven't actually played that, so
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to. What's the word?
Spoil it.
well, but it's also not really relevant. So like,
Yeah.
I'd rather we stay focused.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, not game breaking and all that other jazz. It was just like, oh, that was kind of cool of him to do that in Jedi Fallen Order.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So unless you guys got anything else you want to take care of before you leave, girl's family's just kind of settling in and
Yeah, I guess
getting
the only thing
comfortable
would be
after.
for Gro to check on his family and make sure everything's going all right, since they probably just recently landed and are figuring things out for themselves at the moment.
Right.
I think Sheila's gonna talk to Nathan in the hall and just kind of be balled up.
I
And
was gonna do the same thing. As like I was gonna go over and talk to Shola.
Beard heads back to the ship.
Okay. I think like I'll let Matt go first. Like
yeah,
Oh, you want me to do my family business? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess other than just general check-in, I assume my parents, since they're both there still, probably have a lot of questions. So he has to go through. Well, after I escaped, the guy I was with, his name is Mundus. He had to separate to find his own clan. We became bounty hunters for a while. It helped trying to find information. Oh, and I recently found out in like the last week or two that I'm apparently force sensitive, and that's where the lightsaber comes from. I'm kind of still under training at the moment, and kind of explain all that general stuff.
Yeah. And when you explain the force training stuff, your father hugs you and tells you how proud he is of you.
Oh.
oh,
Because they were, the Wookiees were friends with the Jedi, especially
Yeah.
Yoda.
Yeah.
I think that usually a friendship like that does tend to in Wookiee translate as you're about as close as family. So the fact that I'm more or less following the footsteps of someone they, in an extension, know of is like, oh, you're doing that stuff too. Oh, you're great. You're doing real good, kind of deal.
Right.
So even with the, I assume that kind of helps cover the bounty hunter problem, if that's actually a problem with the family. So
No, they don't really care. Like, things are so messed up in the galaxy right now that that's the least of their worries.
you know
top
what?
of the
If
empire,
nothing
the
else,
fact
it's
there's
a good cover.
on top of the empire, the fact that there's now a new invading army there's like they were locked up, but they still understood what was going on because
They were kind of in the
like I
middle
said-
of it at some
well,
point.
like I said, is like and Dryden did oddly treat them like they were guests because, like he mentioned, he just kind of like threw people at them he knew that couldn't possibly win against them. Like he's kind of like, he's a crime lord, but he's this weird kind of aristocrat that tries to pretend he's better than that. If that makes sense.
I guess so. Still,
Yeah, like it's still they were still
what he was doing
they
was
were-
extremely scummy.
yeah they were still his prisoners, even if they were well treated prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I guess then the last thing he has to mention is that he's probably going to have to go right away because there's apparently something going down in Naboo.
You know, you hear like one of your cousins go, "Make sure to punch a Gungan while you're there."
If the opportunity arises, if nothing else for amusement. We'll see what happens. I don't think there's any immediate hatred for Gungans, but I assume that they're still kind of looked at it as a bit awkward.
Well, not only that, you know, a Gungan senator is partially to blame for Palpatine becoming emperor and everything happening.
I did not think of that actually. Now that you mentioned that, yeah, if the opportunity arises. They're to blame, in part.
All right. So, anything else you want to cover with them?
Don't know what else to cover. Oh, maybe very quickly mention, because of the bounty hunter thing, the ship is technically mine. The one that we brought them in on.
Oh yeah, well they figured that.
But they probably figured that
you
out
owned the
after
ship.
I just immediately hop into the captain's seat and just take off.
Right.
Look at that. He just did that like he's done it a dozen times. He must own it all.
Oh, if only there was more room back here. It's
Oh.
cramped.
Meanwhile, one of my
It's like
uncles
one of
is-
those. It's like
Meanwhile,
one of
my
those
uncles
weird.
is just like, I found a good spot as he's laying across the
It's
snow
like
monster.
it's like one of those awkward family road trips where everyone's all crushed in the back seat together.
There's
All
barely
right.
floor sitting room with a bunch of Wookiees.
All right, so I guess we're gonna switch to Shola and Nathan,
Yep.
whatever they're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. Sholish is hanging up against the wall in a hallway, just balled up, just going, "I'm pathetic."
Okay, so I guess wait, does Nathan come in yet, or no? They're both in the
There,
same room now?
he's already there. He's probably just leaning against the wall with her.
Yeah, he's just like hanging against a wall, like arms crossed, just thinking about it. It's like, yeah, and when Shola says that, Nathan's like, "You're not pathetic,
I let the murder of my parents go.
but you didn't. All you did was just cut a table."
Wait.
Oh, I probably. Oh, God.
That sounds like something awkwardly random Nathan would say. I think.
Yeah, that's true. Like, yeah, that's something he would definitely say.
You didn't let him go. You just cut a table.
Wait. You know what? We're not cautiously logic. Move along, Ethan. Yes.
She kind of chuckles at that. Ethan. I wanted so badly to kill that man.
But you did.
I'm no Jedi.
Yes, you are.
And Shola actually, in her head, here's a voice say, "Well, you're definitely not a Sith."
Oh,
Oh. She kind of looks up and just thinks about it for a second. Just goes. She kind of stands up and it's just like, just kind of her arms tucked in, just going, I have a long way to go before I even think about calling myself a Jedi.
it's like let's see. Nathan approaches Shola, puts his hands on her shoulders, be like, "Well, I'll be there every step of the way. Don't even think for a second that you'll be alone in this."
She kind of just tears up.
I mean, that's what he would say. Ozzie, stop and snicker.
I was thinking of having the voice in her head say something, but I decided not to.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, you go, Sarah.
She just starts tearing up. Just kind of gives a slight smile, closing her eyes. Then looks deeply into Nathan's eyes. And gives him a peck on the lips.
Nathan's in his head. He's thinking, yes, that's it.
As you two remain in the hallway for a few moments, all of a sudden, and you both get hugged from behind.
My back.
Literally bear hug with one of you in each arm.
What's that? Oh, it's you.
and slowly lets go, pats you both on the head, and starts heading down the hall.
For some reason, that sounds almost like a love you.
Typical Wookiee, just in, hug, out.
And then Shola stops as they're walking by her hand on his shoulder, and he's like, "Wait, Nathan, I think there's something." And she just goes, "Never mind," and just walks away reluctantly, knowing that voice is in her head.
It's like, kind of like Nathan scratches his chin, going, and then a couple seconds later just shrugs, like, she wants to tell me what's wrong, though.
And we're on the ship.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, as you're walking away, just the voice just goes, "What were you thinking of telling him?"
Oh, damn.
How could you? Voice inside my head.
Get out of my mind!
When it comes to your child, Shola, you are the mother.
You are the strongest link. Goodbye.
You are the Kwisatz Haderach.
So we're all on the ship, and we're gonna head to Naboo, or is there anything on the way, or?
I'm thinking you guys are just planning on going straight there.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm just gonna kind of assume that there's been some rest in between now and then since the previous mission, because a couple critical injuries have been recovered at this point.
Yeah.
I just realized I got NPCs that are
say,
stuff
as we get ready,
that I don't need.
I was gonna say really quick before, as we're getting ready and starting to take off, you just hear Grow go up to the front cabin, start switching things on. Leaving on a spaceship, don't know when I'll be back again. And starts powering up the main system as it starts to lift.
Oh yeah, Shola's gonna take the helmet she took off the Inquisitor and put it on her stuff and belongings on the shelf and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So basically, it's almost kind of like a trophy.
Kind of.
Yeah, souvenir.
All right, so a few hours pass. You arrive at Naboo. You don't even bother stopping at the spaceport because, things here are a little lax at the moment. It seems like most of any military forces are elsewhere worrying about conflicts that are happening on other planets. So no one really
Yeah, I would
goes out
assume
of the way to
Naboo's
stop
mostly
you.
self-run and no one really gives a shit. It's kind
Yeah.
of almost backwater as far as the main system is concerned.
Yeah. So you're heading towards the coordinates that you have, and there's like there's nothing on any maps that specify what's there, but you have coordinates that you're heading towards.
Okay.
And as you fly out over a bit of forest, and you eventually see an opening further in the woods where there is what appears to be some sort of old stone religious shrine with some considerably more modern buildings nearby that kind of look like they'd be like vacation houses of some kind.
Okay. Is there a flat enough area nearby to land, or do we need to go on the other side of the trees?
There's another clearing nearby that you can land without landing right next to the buildings.
Okay.
Which
So we'll stay far back enough away that we're not going to be immediately noticed, and then make a quick landing.
would you'll recognize the stone ruins at all being?
No, they look very old, but you can't really tell what they are.
Okay.
Okay, so you land in the forest, and you basically got to go through part of the forest. In all six of you get out and start heading towards the marked the destination that you know is.
Once
You
all
don't know
six
what it's
are
called.
out, I pull out a thing from my vest, push a button, and the doors all lock.
Nice.
So, you look around. It's a fairly normal looking forest. You think you saw a lizard monkey running up a tree nearby.
Looks slightly interested, but if it is just a normal lizard monkey, then nothing to really pay too much attention to.
So you start walking towards the buildings, and you after like a couple minutes you hear some voices nearby talking. You can't make out what they're saying, but they sound like they're probably people that are wearing armor, because it's got that kind of echoey sound that you'd hear when someone's wearing a helmet.
Okay. Grow is going to motion to everyone to stay back for a moment as he quietly sneaks forward.
Okay.
Time for sneaky sneak.
All right. What's your sneak stats? I'm trying to remember.
Stealth is 2.
A 2 with a 3
3
agility.
Yep.
So that's one. That's one. No, hold on. 2 yellow, 1 green, and a blue because of your stalker skill against 2 purples.
Bingo.
You succeed. Yeah, so you sneak up to the where you're hearing the voices coming from.
Sneak a little bit closer. I want to try and hopefully get close enough to hear them.
Yeah. You get close, and you're hiding behind a bush, and
I am perfect for this job.
You see 3 stormtroopers just walking along, talking. That look like the way they're moving. You figure that they must be patrolling, but they seem like super relaxed, like they don't actually expect to find anything. And just hear one of them go, "I can't believe they brought us out to this backwater planet. What does he even want here anyhow? I don't know. You know how the higher ups are. They always want to do things without telling us what's going on." Yeah, you can't figure out who they're talking about.
I was going to say, I assume that they're not going to mention by name who he is.
Right. And they're about to walk past you. They haven't noticed you because your Wookiee technique kept them from seeing you.
I have a shrubbery. just keep my head low as they just pass me by. I look like I'm one with the bush.
There's got to be one hairy bush.
They don't know. Especially with those clunky helmets on, they can barely manage to keep themselves from bashing into a doorway.
Right.
Right.
So just let them march past and just wait a few moments. And once I'm sure they're far enough away, I'll poke my head up and slowly sneak back to the others.
Yeah. So as you start to sneak away, you suddenly hear like a loud thump noise, and you hear, "What the hell?" Then you hear it again and again, coming from the direction that they had been walking in.
Oh, quickly look up and turn to see what's going on now.
You see all three of them laying on the ground, dead.
Oh,
Continuing to watch for a moment. Continuing to hide. Do I see anyone else? Do I see any other movement?
No, you don't see anything. You do see like you the only thing you really notice is that there's like a little stream of smoke rising from each of their heads.
That sounds to me like they got sniped, in which case, yeah, I'm going to keep extremely cautious and slowly back up to the rest of the group.
Right. Yeah, nothing else happens, but those stormtroopers, they're dead.
Okay. So yeah, so after a few moments, you guys see the Wookiee come back. His head slowly kind of comes up. We've got interesting business afoot. The Empire's already here. There are stormtroopers walking the area, but they're not be walking the area for long, as I saw 3 of them possibly getting sniped.
Roger kind of like scratches his chin and goes, "Well, we're actually here investigating Legion activity, not Imperial activity, so we could assume the sniper must have been from the Legion."
So then the question becomes, how long do we wait for the Legion to make their move? Because they already seem to be starting it.
Who's in charge of the Empire situation?
Not sure. Just that it's a higher up, and apparently they were brought here without any real understanding as to what they're doing here in the first place. The stormtroopers seem extremely baffled.
Maybe we should confirm who it is so we know what we're up against.
In which case, I would suggest that we continue to watch their camp and see if we can pinpoint any higher ups in the Empire then. Because trying to get involved right now might mean we get sniped too.
Right.
All right, so I'm assuming you're going to get closer to the buildings.
We'll
You
probably
mentioned
get
their
closer,
camp.
but we're going to try and remain as stealthy as possible.
Right.
Which means Crow's going to be the one that gets close. For safety's sake, unless anyone else has a higher sneak.
Sneak is agility, right?
Yes, and I have a +2 in it with I have a 2 stealth with the 3 agility.
Yeah, it would just be 2 green, and I imagine it's several purple. So
I'm gonna let Grow mainly handle the stealth rolls for the group because he's kind of
Right.
he's kind of
As
sneaking.
oddly built as he is kind of built for this, just ever so slightly.
So there's 2 different stealth rolls you're going to be making right now.
All right.
Remake the same one you already made.
Mm-hmm. Including the purple die.
Yes. Okay.
Ooh.
So that's a complete success. So
Yeah.
now roll 2 yellow, a green, and a blue against 4 reds.
4 reds. Oh boy.
if we get a spare, we're screwed. Wow.
Neutral. Do we reroll or nothing happens?
I'm gonna
Because we didn't fail.
right. Well, I'm gonna because you don't know what that roll is for. I'm going to that's gonna determine how let's just say that's going to affect how long before a certain person in this situation will respond to what's going on.
Okay.
But you basically get to the edge of the buildings without anyone catching you guys.
All right.
Nice.
With a few pointers from the Wookiee, you are all the stealthiest people you've ever been.
And you know, Shola's let's see something.
We go to the tree line, we find some decent bushes, and immediately go, and we take cover. Everyone
Right.
slowly dives into the brush.
Now that you're closer, let's have Shola make a roll.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna make a lore check.
Lore check. All right.
So that's 1 yellow and 2 green
One
against
yellow,
3 purple.
1 yellow, 2 green, 3 purple.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, hey.
she succeeded.
So you're looking at this ancient shrine that's there, and you don't know what exactly it is, but you do know that it is definitely Force related, and it's very old. Like at least as far back as like the Old Republic old.
I think that shrine is to the since been around since the Old Republic era.
And actually, and at this point, you also hear the voice in your head go, "So that's how he extends his life."
Guys, I think there is some vital information in that shrine. We have to get it.
The Wookiee kind of half looks at you, has a moment of thinking, then nods and starts. I'm going to say if we can't get information right now on the guy who's running this show, we can at least sneak closer towards the temple area and see if there's anybody watching it closely.
Right.
Right. So, another stealth check.
Another stealth check. Same one again?
No, this time you're rolling against 4 purples.
4 purples.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
2 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue, 4 purples.
Yeah.
Yep. I pushed it down.
Yeah.
That's
still technically a neutral.
Well, yeah, but something else bad happens. So
right. So you get close to the temple, and I should have uploaded a separate image of these guys. Obviously there's stormtroopers walking around.
Yeah.
But none of them really notice you. However, you do notice a couple rather unique figures that have walked out of the temple and they don't see you because you've managed to keep yourself a little hidden enough, but they definitely seem like something has them spooked, and they're looking around like they know something's wrong.
Oh, the red uniforms there?
Yes. I don't know if anyone in the party actually recognizes that uniform, though.
Yeah, I don't know if we know what that is offhand. Unless we do a check for it, if there's a check for that. There's a small possibility people might know what that is.
The red uniforms?
Yeah.
We don't have an image of them, but we see these uniforms, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's why he put the icons right over there.
Yeah, I put the icon there so you guys can see. There's like two of these guys that have walked out.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I was.
They're looking around, and they've started talking to the stormtroopers like they know something's wrong, and it seems like the base is starting to go on to like high alert.
Oh.
Can I do maybe an intellect check to see if I know who these guys are?
Let's see. Let me see. There's a couple. Actually, you know what? There's one person that would make a lot of sense to try to possibly know what these guys are. Let's see what Beard's got. Got
Oh,
warfare.
Beard might have some knowledge on that too, I suppose.
I got 3 in intellect. So
Beard
Okay,
got
so
it.
yeah. Beard, Beard is, he didn't respond right away, but he's standing there and his eyes kind of go wide and he goes, "Those are royal guards."
Oh, yeah.
Immediately crouch down and kind of
no, these
whisper
guys.
to him as best I can in Wookiee, going, "You mean like the Empire, the Emperor himself?" And just kind of pointing at the ground.
Yeah, Beard's kind of his eyes are still wide open and he's like nodding slowly, like he looks spooked.
That's a biggie. Yeah, and kind of slowly peek back out at them, just like, what the hell?
The Emperor's here. Who else?
And you all of a sudden you hear from behind you, "What the hell?"
Turn around.
There's a scout trooper staring at you guys. It just kind of froze. It hasn't reacted yet.
Oh God, like I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if there's any way we could stun him like really quickly or knock him out without making a lot of noise. Can I just blunt force trauma him in the head and knock him out?
Let's you're not gonna have any trouble overpowering him because he's by himself, but let's decide how we're gonna handle this. Let's see. That would be let's make a streetwise check.
Streetwise check.
You got 1 point in it.
Oh, dear.
So a yellow and a green against 2 purple, or 2 purples.
Yellow and a green against 2 purples. Okay.
Yep.
Yellow, 2 green, 2 purple. Wait, yellow and a green or a yellow and 2 green?
A yellow and a green against 2 purples, because you only
And
got
a
2
green.
cunning.
Against 2 purples.
Ooh.
Okay, yes. You. I keep throwing these checks at you, thinking one of them's gonna fail.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Do I just mind trick him?
No, you grab a hold of him and quickly just smash his head against the side of the building you guys were hiding up against and knock him out.
Okay, so it's basically just the quietest, quickest Wookiee grapple ever. And now we're moving.
Actually, you can hear comm chatter coming from his helmet. Actually, you just can't hear what they're saying because
we're gonna still stealthily do so, but we're moving now. We can't stay here now. This is getting dangerous here.
The comm's in his helmet, right?
Yes.
Can we take the helmet with us to hear what's going on?
Right. Yeah. Yes, you could.
All right. I guess we'll take the helmet and listen while they're.
That's easy. Let me just 5 brawn this.
Wait, what?
5 brawn, yank off the helmet. We're good.
That's not. Well, it's not that. It's not gonna. It doesn't take much to bring yank it off anyhow. He's unconscious and he's not trying to keep it on. So you yank his helmet off and you run and go hide.
So what do you hear on the comm link?
You hear them talking about the Emperor performing some kind of ritual.
Oh.
You hear the ritual, even the Wookiee goes wide-eyed for a moment. That's bad. I get the feeling that's a bad thing.
Shola's going to close her eyes, ask the voice in her head, go, what do you know about this ritual? He's probably before me.
He says, it's, if I understand correctly, there's a ritual that can be formed at performed at this shrine every 10 years, that makes you 10 years younger. That would explain why he doesn't seem to have aged much since the Clone Wars.
That's not gonna help much for his image. Have you seen the guy? I'm sorry, I had to say that.
Yes, he's very ugly, but he's still about as ugly as he was back then.
So Shola goes. Would this ritual make him vulnerable in a vulnerable state if he was performing it?
I'm not sure that the ritual itself would make him vulnerable, but the fact that he's here away from one of his more well-guarded sanctuaries would make him relatively vulnerable to someone trying to assassinate him.
I'm probably going to regret this. I can't sense anyone here without risking danger. Could you sense anyone else other than the Emperor here that would great danger?
He says, I don't really sense anyone particularly talented nearby. In fact, I can't even figure out who it was that took out those stormtroopers in the forest. Whoever did that might not even be a living thing.
Oh.
And Shola says, I think there's a droid nearby.
With that, the girl immediately looks up and kind of blinks and just thinks for a moment. The sniper. Kind of looks around again. Well, if the sniper's a droid and can see heat, it hasn't noticed us very well, which is opposed to us.
I think the Emperor is trying to perform a ritual to make himself 10 years younger.
Yeah, Grow made a comment about the sniper not.
Well, she's just telling them.
I'm saying no. Grow made a comment about the sniper, didn't he? Like, what did you just say?
I mentioned the fact that the droid might be the sniper. At least if he's detecting heat or something, he hasn't seen us at least yet.
You say that, and then you suddenly hear a crackle in your personal communication thing, and you hear a droid voice go, "Oh, I've detected you, but you're not my target, flesh creature."
Oh.
Immediately look at the helmet.
No, not the scout trooper helmet. Your communicator that came out of.
Oh.
The one you gave the communication code to Saw Gerrera.
Oh.
Poke at the thing to respond back if the signal is still coming to ours. I take it you're on our side, or are you just watching over things at the moment? Because we're not sure who you are. Kind of looking around a little bit.
He goes, "That's undecided at the moment. What do you have to say about things, Saw?" You hear Saw Gerrera come over the intercom and go, "So, boys, are you interested in helping the Legion assassinate the Emperor?"
Slowly look at the others.
Sure.
That's a toughie.
Shola thinks about it for a second, and
you hear while you're thinking about it, the voice in your head says, "Personally, I'd destroy both of them, but I don't think that's an option for you."
Oh my god, what is that voice?
We can't hear it, Josh. That's crazy.
But who's the bigger threat, the king or the emperor?
Does she say that out loud?
No, she's just thinking this, and she goes. She asks something on the intercom. If the Emperor is assassinated, what happens to those who work under the Emperor?
Saw goes, well, the assumption is that the Empire will be thrown into disarray, which will leave things fairly easy for the Legion to finish mopping things up here. He saw then says, I'm done with the rebels. The Legion is willing to do what it takes to get things done.
Oh, you delivered on your promise, Ozzie. We have to choose between two evils. Lena thinks about it.
You just said Valena.
Oh, I just had to smack myself on the head on that one. Shola about it for a second, and
Hermit, he's not talking into the communication thing. He's actually turned his off. He looks at you guys, goes, they're both bad, but we don't know what the repercussions will be for throwing the current government into chaos like that.
Shola's like, you have a point, but I have an idea that may warn the Emperor, but it's going to be a little bit of a stretch and crazy. And she's going to talk to voice in her head.
Yeah.
And she goes, I don't think the Emperor will be very forgiving if they sense us nearby. But is it possible to reach out to others in the Force? Say a family member.
What are you thinking?
If I can warn my brother to warn the Emperor, would that change things? Or could it be done?
I suppose that would work if he was actually here, but he's not. In fact, I find it rather strange that I don't even sense Vader here.
That's a good point.
Although he says, although there are two other fairly strong Force users on this planet that I can sense, but I don't know who they are. And they're not that close at the moment.
There may be one other way to warn the Emperor. If I let off my Force sense, would he sense me sensing him? Strong as he is.
He probably sense any Force use within the actual base perimeter.
So the answer is probably a yes, most likely.
Actually, I'm going to check something real quick. Because you guys have actually been talking about him a lot. On top of the fact that you've kind of left Saw Gerrera on hold during this. But you actually, Shola thinks about whether or not she could alert the Emperor. And all of a sudden you hear another voice in your head go, "Alert me, huh? Well, you've got my attention now."
Oh no.
You've been force talking. He sensed it.
And you actually notice that there's. Wait, you guys went back out to the forest, right? Or
We're still technically hiding like a little further out from the temple. Yeah.
yeah. So like you guys, you know, Shola's just heard that in her head, and you notice that there's now a few royal guards walking right towards you guys.
Quickly motion everyone to
Like-
get down and
like-
move.
Like no, like they look like someone told them where you are.
Yeah, we're getting everyone down and we're moving as quietly as we can to get away from them because they're coming in our direction.
I guess there's no turning back on this one. Don't hate me for this, guys.
Yeah, it's fine. Go.
We'll wait and find out.
Yeah. I'll wait
There's
till
a
Pat
sniper
knows.
droid out for the woods waiting for you.
Wait, you're actually just saying that out loud to the guards?
No, in my head, or because he hears me, right?
Oh, for
Yeah.
For the
Goes,
Emperor.
it goes, is there now? Perhaps we should talk more in person.
No, I'm fine. That's all.
No, we're good. Bye. Wait, come back. I implore you.
But your brothers told me so much about you, even though he didn't intend to.
Shirley kind of just stops. What's happened to my brother?
Oh, nothing. I just have been able to read his thoughts. Let him go about his business as usual, as if I don't know. Are you really going to flee and leave an old man to his fate? I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
Oh,
Twisting the
wow.
knife in Shola's back here.
Wow.
Just oof. Oof.
But quick question: did Shola turn her communicator off?
I believe most of us have. We obviously had to start discussing like what the hell are we actually gonna do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You actually there's an explosion at like the northern side of the camp. You guys are like on the southern side.
Oh. So they're having fun over there.
Yeah, things have heated up. The guards that were heading towards you just suddenly stop and seem like they're trying to decide what they're gonna do. After a moment, they start running back the other direction.
Long exhale.
But you hear the emperor go say, "Well, I suppose it's begun. I guess I won't offer you that reward."
What reward?
You don't hear an answer.
Oh no.
Well, I guess our hand is forced now.
Yeah, we're
we are a great bunch of socialists or social talkers here. Ugh. Socialists. No, wait. No, stop. Cease. This is. We're a real bunch of talkers. We are.
I mean, you more or less have like three choices. You try to stop the emperor from getting killed. You help the emperor get killed. Or you just leave. And let whatever happens happen.
I it's like consider. I think I'll say this in character. I'd be like, okay, look, considering our options, to be honest, I think we should leave. I mean, are we really prepared to take on the Emperor?
I count.
Roger,
one sip
Roger
and
said-
1, 2 force users on
yes.
our side.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and Roger says, or whoever's intending to kill him.
We can always help the people that are intending to kill him either way. We don't have to completely do it on our own.
You actually, at this point, you actually see one of the royal guards run up to the side of one of the buildings, and he starts working away on something that looks like some sort of like long distance communicator.
Oh, look at that. That looks like something we can damage right now.
And you hear him go, I've got to signal the secret inquisitor.
Oh. Ooh.
Joe's probably gonna regret this.
Wait,
I think we're all going to regret this. Either way we go with this.
Is there anybody headed his direction?
No, he's kind of off by himself.
So Shola's just gonna let him call the secret inquisitor and protect him and keep anyone from getting to him.
Oh.
All right. Well, with that said, I really didn't know how you guys were gonna react to anything. So like, I realized I've got stuff planned that might not even get used.
Oh man, it's like that sucks. I mean, for
But,
you,
but-
obviously.
So you do see you actually see a group of Legion droids and soldiers walk out from the woods nearby, and they point at the Royal Guard and they start trying to take shots at him.
Yes.
Are we doing this?
I said I would, so Shola's gonna gosh damn it. Force push the droids back.
All right, let me get the enemy things
Well,
up.
that sounds like it's the rest of us joining in the fray.
Alright.
Where is?
Hello, new droids.
I feel those are soldiers. You've fought these guys
Well-
before. Man, what the fuck? I just realized I don't know if I actually did. I not. Where the fuck? Oh, I got a thing that's called. Is that no? Shit! I didn't make a freaking. Fine, I'm just gonna use this one then.
Token. Okay.
I thought I had a droid that I had already made a token for, so it wasn't on like my list of things to do because I thought it was already there was already one there, but it's not. So I can't use that one because I don't have the token for it set up. All right, everybody, roll for initiative.
Oh, okay.
Everybody roll for initiative.
Okay.
Be mighty kind of you.
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
There's
that's
two
Herman.
20s.
Oof.
Man. Jeez.
Just
Oh,
you.
come on, Roger.
Yeesh.
All right.
I beat one person.
Let's see, where there we go. So Grow rolled bad initiative, huh? Alright, you guys are
I beat only one person in the entire initiative.
actually at like long distance right
two.
now. You
Long
guys are at
distance,
long
alright.
distance right now, so you're not gonna be lightsabering anyone this turn.
Nope.
Definitely not.
Well, we could. Well, it depends
Alright,
on
so-
how you
Oh
go about
yeah, I still have that thing. Okay. It's just
The Hermit's actually going to move up to medium distance, and he's going to take cover behind a random vehicle that he spotted. Mr. Beard's turn. Going to move up to medium distance, and he's going to shoot at one of the enemies. So, let's see. Close that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so he... How much damage does this one do? It was 8, isn't it? I think. Yes, 8. Plus 1 from the success, so... That's actually not that much damage because they're freaking soak.
Which one did
He
he
hit
hit?
this. He hit this one.
Okay.
Legion Battle Droid. They're going to actually stay at their position and shoot at Hermit. Aim and shoot. They actually hit. But his soak is so high that it just bounced off his armor. Next one is going to do the same thing.
Oh,
Ooh.
That one actually did a little bit of damage.
that's a little bit of damage.
He's got 8 soak though, so the thing is, it's like he's just... Their guns don't do enough damage to really hurt him that much unless they get a nasty hit on him. Legion Trooper, he's gonna shoot at Beard.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
He missed. The Hunter Droid is also going to shoot Beard.
oh. Oh.
Oh, he missed. Alright, it's Nathan's turn.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to, like, I think, like,
You have to at
Can I-
least move up to medium range to shoot. You can't shoot
Oh,
from as
okay.
far away as you are,
alright, so I guess
because your
I'll
gun
move-
doesn't reach that far.
Yeah, I'll move here. And then,
Okay, yeah, move up to me.
oh, and then I can shoot, but I can't, whoops, sorry.
Be-
I can
you
shoot,
can-
but I can't aim, because I
You can,
moved.
yeah, you can shoot, but you cannot aim because you had to move.
Gotcha.
So that'd be 2. Who are you shooting at?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because...
This one's the only one that's injured, and so
okay,
helping take him
I guess
down might.
Yeah, I
Alright.
guess I'll shoot the Legion Trooper, then this one, yeah.
All right, so 2 yellows and a green against 2 purple.
Yeah, 2 yellow, 1 green, 2 purple, got it. Okay.
Okay, you hit. Let's see, that's your gun does how much damage? 9 normally, or 7?
think-
7, I mean,
Yeah,
9 after
7,
the
yeah.
successes. So that'd be all right. Yeah, he looks like he's about to topple over, but he's still standing.
Oh, okay.
He's like, ah, damn you, and he shoots back at you.
The other guy's gonna shoot me, probably.
No, the same one's shooting back at you now.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yep.
Yeah, the one you just shot shooting back at you.
Oh, I thought that's weird. I thought. Oh, okay, I guess this guy shot at Beard or Herman.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've been hit.
Yeah, you got hit. Took 4 damage after your soak. Shola.
How close do I have to throw something like the size of a grenade?
Oh.
Short range or medium range?
You gotta be, I think, short range.
I'll train myself to go to short range.
You can try to throw your thermal detonator at them.
Yep.
I don't know if you can really use it like that, but I gotta actually look up how much damage. I gotta look up the stats for that real quick before we actually decide how we're gonna do this.
Short range pitch. All of a sudden, all the droids just look like what?
2 of them are actually just guys in armor, but yeah.
Well, the droids are one of the first ones to notice it and just immediately look at it like, what the fuck?
Wait, what? No, why?
Boom! Everything I love, flammable.
I know, yeah, you can. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah.
I heard. I like the thing. One's head just flies off in the air and goes, "I can see my ship from here."
Okay, so let's. We're gonna see how this plays out. You're.
Ozzie just became horrified, so let's find out.
It's a good thing I don't let you guys just buy those things whenever you feel like it. You'd literally just be ending every fight the minute it starts if I did let you just buy that stuff. You got, what is it, ranged light? You got 1 in it, so a yellow and a green against 1 purple because you're at short range. So
Wow,
that's not good.
Uh-oh. About that ending the fight. Run away!
Yeah, so nobody's taking the direct damage from it, but there's still the blast damage, which I'm gonna say because Shola didn't get an actual hit, she caught herself in the blast.
Oof.
What kind of damage are we looking at here, Chief?
Does 15 damage just being within the blast radius,
Ooh.
which is the only reason she's still conscious is because of her soak.
Wow.
Yeah, by the way, I can't see her health bar or anything.
You can't?
Nope.
I see it.
Hold on, let me show you something.
I see it, but
How about now?
There we go.
Okay, I'm trying to think. What's 15 minus 7, so that'd be 8. He only took 8 damage. But so you suddenly only have 1 enemy left. But Shola also badly injured herself.
All right.
Gro's turn.
Gro's turn. He is going to pull out the lightsaber. He is going to strain twice and get into melee range with the droid and start wailing on him.
But you can't. You can't double strain to. Because Shola only got the short range and used the projectile. She didn't roll up to. She didn't run up to melee range. They're too far away. You're in long range. You can't strain from long range to short to melee.
but you do have a very big gun.
Yeah, you could move up and shoot at him if you
I still
want.
get the feeling the gun's not going to be doing enough, but sure, fine, I'll move up to medium and aim.
Or you can't aim because you moved. But let's see.
I thought we could move and still do an action.
The action is shooting. Aim counts as a maneuver. You can't move and aim in the same turn. But hold on. You got so three yellows against. Actually, wait. Has he had his turn? Oh, yeah, he had his turn already.
Yeah,
3
I
yellows
don't
against
get
2
the
purples.
bonus.
3 yellows against 2 purples.
3 yellows against 2 purples. All right.
Yeah. Well, you hit.
Okay.
Because triumph is
Yeah.
a hit, so that's.
Let's see. I think
You,
the last
hit.
one
You hit.
says I hit.
You hit and you crit. So, okay, that's. Well, he takes 5 more damage. And let's see what happens on the critical hit
I
table.
believe I get a +5 to the crit number. I believe it was +5 or +10. I'm checking.
It's +10. It's +10.
Okay.
It's +10 because +5 would be wouldn't be enough to be worth. So that's a 56. Which is agonizing wound. The target increases the difficulty of all brawn and agility checks until the end of the encounter. So
every time he tries to attack, he's gonna have a negative. Okay.
He's gonna have an extra difficulty die added onto it.
Yeah, if he tries to do a melee attack, right?
Every time he does any kind of attack, period.
Yeah,
Oh.
melee or
it's either going to be a brawn or it's going to be an agility.
right.
Okay.
All right,
Kid
Roger
Reg.
one's turn. He's gonna move up to medium, aim and shoot. I don't remember his dice off the top of my head though, so I gotta check real quick. Okay. Oh, jeez.
I think Roger one's gonna take this, maybe.
Yeah, he just did. See,
He just did another crit.
Yeah, but well, no, because he didn't have enough advantage to crit. The triumph counts as a success and advantage. But let's see. That basically is 5 successes. 12 minus. Yeah, actually, yeah, that means he did 5 damage. Yeah, this droid is still standing, but he looked like you could sneeze on him and he'd fall over at this point.
Speaking of which, Hermit.
Hermit's turn.
I guess Hermit's gonna take it then.
Yeah, Hermit's at medium range, so he's close enough that he can strain himself to run up because he's on his 2nd turn. Let's see. What is I don't remember the exact. Okay. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, Hermit just runs up, shoves his electro staff into his chest, and with a jolt, the droid falls on the ground.
Just pokes it. The
Yeah.
burning falls over.
Shola drastically reduced the length of that battle. What she
Also,
probably could really
drastically reduced the length of her health bar.
Yeah, she probably could, but she could probably really use a stim pack now.
Does she have a stim pack on her, or does someone else have one?
Beard walks up and shoves a stim pack in your shoulder.
Ow! Oh.
Ow.
He's like that looked like it hurt, so make
Oh.
sure you stay awake.
Okay, I still have 2 stims. You know what? Sure, I'll poke you with one. Actually, no, I have to wait a while, don't we?
Yeah, I mean you could, but it would only give her 4 health instead of 5.
Yeah, I'll
because
wait a little
using
while.
Using multiple, it
Reduces it, yeah.
It has diminished returns. That's the word I'm looking for. So yeah, so you can definitely hear Yeah, so the guy finishes what he's doing on the machine. You see like a red light start flashing at the top of the device. He looks over at you guys, looks at the dead Legion soldiers, nods and runs off to the north.
Well, we're on his good side at least. Not sure why we're fighting for the Empire though. This feels real weird.
Well, it's one of those things. It's like, do you want to let a certain group of bad guys have a very specific advantage over another group of bad guys?
That's true. I assume their leader is not down here, are they? Is he?
No. Saw Guerrero's basically leading them on this mission. He was planning on trying to get you guys to help, but you turned him down, even though you didn't actually say it. But I think he's probably figured out
these
by
actions,
now.
yeah. This with these actions, yeah, it's probably pretty obvious.
Yeah, even if he doesn't know what you specifically did, the fact that you guys didn't answer him and went radio silent, he's probably like, well, that they didn't choose yes.
So I guess Shola's just like really injured, like probably being held up by Beard by the shoulder.
Well, according to your hit points, you're doing a little bit better now. You're over half. It still stings.
So, you guys are standing here, and you hear you're trying to like decide your next move, right?
Mm-hmm.
You hear a really loud noise, like sound of something just was launched, and there's all of a sudden a very large round metal object, like the size of a small building, slams into the ground like a little ways away from you guys.
Oh, this can't be good.
You've
Nearly
seen
pull out lightsaber.
You've seen one of these before, because you saw these pods back at like Empire Day.
Oh,
they're what a bunch of droids started coming out of.
Okay, yep, running immediately into the fray.
Well, you're getting ready to anyhow, and the pod opens, but you don't see a bunch of droids spill out of it. You see a purple cloaked figure slowly emerge from it.
Uh-huh. I was about to say, do we sense any force off of them? I can tell if that thing's out.
Is that who I think it is?
He's a Zabrak, and something feels very off about him. Like you, even Gro, who's not like super force sensitive, normally can kind of feel the presence of life forms, but you both kind of get chills because looking at this guy, it just feels like you're trying to sense someone, and it's just like there's a walking corpse there.
Oh man!
And
you can tell we need to kill that with fire.
You can tell he's got some cybernetics, and he actually looks at you, but then proceeds to turn away and start to walk to the north.
Okay, I guess like we can just leave it.
I don't think we're in any condition to fight this guy, are we?
Well,
I say we follow him. The opportunity might present itself.
All right, so you're just gonna follow him
for the moment.
All right,
go see what this guy's up about, what this guy's all about, because I don't like the look of his jib.
All right, so yeah, he's walking along, and you're just following him, and you actually see a royal guard that just comes out from one of the buildings, looks at him, and then immediately like rushes at him.
Oh.
And this guy's pretty freaking big. Like he's taller than Gro is.
Oh man.
And
Big boy.
the guard runs up hits him in the shoulder with like his force pike, and you literally just see the force pike snap in half.
Oh.
And he just reaches out, grabs the royal guard by his head, and just lifts him off the ground and just starts squeezing, and you hear the helmet buckling under the pressure.
That's hard for even me to do. Shit.
Like the guard's like, pounding on his arm trying to get him to let go, but it's not working.
Do we try to remove his arm right now, or do we let this guard die?
I mean, it's like we don't know this guy, but at the same time, it's like
We know he's
that's
Legion.
very
Look how he showed up.
savage.
Yeah, and the problem is, do we want to interfere, fight for the Empire, or just let leave things as they be? Let bygones be bygones. They already have another Inquisitor on the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, are we really just gonna like help this guy when he's serving under an evil overlord? But what we're seeing now is just pure savagery.
Interesting choice of words.
I knew
Yeah.
it. I knew it. I'm not gonna say because my character doesn't know, but I know. And I'm like,
I knew when I first
I
saw him. I knew when I first saw
freaking
him,
knew.
but like I said, but I will say, Clancy
I
Brown.
knew. I was like, as soon as I said that sentence, I was like, shit, I know who this guy is.
Yeah, so
Anyway.
you guys are kind of like mulling it over,
Yeah, like thinking it over.
Yeah,
Well,
like, should we
well,
save
it
the
overview while the
guy?
guard in his hand is just like, oh God, please
Yeah.
just help me.
The helmet shatters and you hear the guy's snap soon afterwards.
Oh.
We hear snack snip.
His neck snap. Sorry, I really fumbled my words there. I know.
Snacks are
Oh,
gone.
hey, not any bigger slip than what suddenly came out of my mouth out of nowhere today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a moment of dyslexia.
Apparently, we're all having a moment to. But yeah, as much as I don't wanna, I'm like, I don't know if I can take that guy. I don't even know if two of us can take that guy. If he's that
Sho's
big.
injured. Sho's injured. I don't think.
Yeah, you're
even-
injured. I'm fine though, but at the same time, I'm just like, he might be as strong, if not stronger than me. And unless you're all gonna back me up instantly, I might be dead.
I don't think Shola can back you up in her condition.
Well, you're
You're
over
not
half hit
missing.
points. You're fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
I
keep
mean,
acting like you've been severely wounded.
well-
you haven't been.
Well, let me put it
the
this
thing
way.
is, you gotta understand though. Half hit points for her is not as much as half hit points for you.
True.
You're
How many
basically
hit points
like-
do you have, Shola?
14, and I only have 8.
Oh, I have 23.
Yeah, you and see, it's the thing. Grow and Beard are the two guys that can actually take hits. Hermit, the thing is, it would be 6-on-1 if you attacked this guy.
That's what I'm thinking too. Is that we're gonna have quite the
Yeah.
pile
If he
up
gets
on
close,
him.
but if he gets closer to the fight, it's no longer going to be 6-on-1.
No.
No, it was
Right.
2-1.
As much as I would
Yeah.
hope that there'd better be enough guys there to help weaken him, at the same time, that's not guaranteed. So it's like, shit.
Yeah, plus Shola is like one strike with his lightsaber, and Shola could probably be out.
Which means that you'll have to just keep your distance now, doesn't it? Pointing away the gun, pulling out the lightsaber. Oh boy, here we go.
Okay, so you are going to attack him.
I'm slowly as he's finishing off this Imperial Guard. Yeah, I'm slowly walking up to him, being ready to light up my lightsaber.
Yeah, he kind of stops as if he senses your intentions, and turns around and looks at you. And
Wookiee stretches out both arms as the lightsaber lights up in one hand, and then both hands clasp the hilt, ready to start.
He has a very lifeless look in his one eye that you can actually see, and you hear him say, I will not die again.
Wookiee
no.
returns to the favor of saying,
Okay.
"We'll see about that."
Okay.
I have a crazy idea if I can do it before Gro gets to him.
Well, so
You might have a
gotta-
chance.
you gotta
Not
roll
very
first.
high there.
It's a range attack, but Shola's gonna ask the voice in her head for some force lightning.
Oh.
Oh wow,
Well-
you want to use Force Lightning on him?
He's part droid now, right? That's really gonna hurt him.
Or part cybernetic or whatever.
Well, you also don't know what else is going on there because he looks like something was done to him.
It
Oh,
looks
good
like
point.
he's cousins to the Crypt Keeper. That and the
I
Slender
rolled the
Man.
exact same roll as last time. What the heck?
Hey, you go before me.
Oh my god. I swear if this guy goes okay, so maybe Hermit. Oh, let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, Roger! What the
Roger,
fuck?
Roger has
Fuck
the
up
worst
again.
rolls
Alright, let's see
today.
what-
Slow clap,
I'm
Roger.
scared to see what.
Slow clap.
Oh!
damn it.
Oh no!
I knew it. I knew he. For some reason, I knew he was.
But I'm
gonna
gonna
go
say you
second.
guys are starting at short range.
Oh, jeez. Here we go.
No.
Oh man! All right, Hermit, do something.
You know, I was planning on this tune that I saved being used for a bit more big battle, but I don't want to not use it, so I'm gonna use it now.
This is gonna be
Okay.
big, dude.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a good idea. Oh yes.
So Hermit's gonna immediately run up to close range
Yep.
and
Let's do this.
take
Get
a
the-
swing.
Get the music going, baby.
Let's see. Hermit, real quick, gotta double check this. Yellow and green against.
So much for that lightning plan.
Well, he hit, but it didn't.
To do shit.
Hermit's staff hits him square in the chest and just kind of like stops, and he just kind of looks up at him like, "Oh crap!"
Oh no.
Like,
oh no,
he-
bro.
Like he didn't completely absorb that hit, but it did so little damage that he didn't really notice it. And he looks down at Hermit.
Oh no, not Hermit. Hermit was such a good friend to.
F's in the chat for Hermit.
I don't know.
Wow. So
Whoa, lucky Hermit.
I guess just.
yeah, so like he evades it. He manages to evade getting hit, but his electro staff was knocked out of his hand and sent flying across the battlefield.
Oh no.
And he just kind of looks back and forth and goes, "Crap." So you want to try and use Force Lightning?
Well,
First, I'm going to ask him what would be the best option against this guy that you could probably do.
He actually isn't sure how to answer that because he says, "I didn't notice this until just now, but that armor is made out of cortosis."
damn it! I knew it.
Oh!
I knew that too. Damn it.
Oh, that's going to be a problem. But Cortosis isn't immune to Force Lightning, is it?
No, but it means he can soak lightsaber hits.
Right.
Oh. So that's why everyone's been bouncing back off of him, essentially.
Well, yeah, he's got really good armor, and the Royal Guard didn't hit him with a lightsaber, but his weapon did just break on his armor.
Mm-hmm.
So Shola, I guess, is gonna give him the strongest Force Lightning you got.
All right, roll one force die because I want to see something before I actually.
Oh,
All right, so Shola's temporarily out of control.
Oh,
Right.
again! Come on,
Rage.
Stop using the power. Stop using the dark sign. It's bad for your health.
All right.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
Hold on. I'm rolling for the actual attack.
Oh.
Huh.
huh.
Yeah, so Shola so it starts glowing red and just throws out a massive bolt of lightning from her hands. And it strikes him in the chest and causes him to slide back a few feet. It definitely did some damage, but probably not as much as you wish it would have.
Oh man. But you still lost control.
Gro's turn.
Okay. So Gro doesn't know the reasons why these weapons are turning back. Is he going to still just assume that the lightsaber is useful because he hasn't been warned that it's useless?
Well, it's not technically useless. It's just it won't just cut straight through it like butter, like it does regular armor.
All right. Fair enough.
You'll still be making a strike with your brawn rating, which is very high.
Yup. So I'm still gonna march in their lightsaber on and just wallop.
All right. So
So
let's see.
that's I have 3 lightsabers. So that's 3 yellow, 2 green.
Hold on. I think that's right. Yeah, so 3 yellow, 2 green against 3 purple and a black.
Do I get aim or does that not count here?
No, because you had to move to get to him.
Okay, so
You can aim on your next
3
turn.
yellow, 2 green against a purple and a black.
No, 3 purple and a black.
3 purple and a black.
Because he's got an adversary rating.
He's already moved. I don't think I have anything else I can throw him at him, right?
No, because you're not injured, so your Wookiee Raged won't do anything.
Yeah, my Wookiee Rage doesn't do anything. He's already moved. I don't think there's anything else I can do at this moment. So everything else is in response to after this. All right.
Yeah.
Ooh!
All right, so what does Gro's lightsaber do?
What don't it do?
Just use form 1. Just bash him in the.
All right, so yeah,
That's
You hit
7
him.
damage, so 8,
you,
9,
you,
10.
you hit him across the chest with it, and some sparks went flying, but it doesn't seem like you cut too deep in. He didn't soak all of it, but he didn't take too much damage from that.
If he completes, I can kill him.
You almost feel like he's not actually trying against you guys.
Oh.
Okay, Beard's turn, I guess.
Yeah. Beard's turn, and he can't really get a good shot on him from there. So
Yeah.
Gauntlets.
I mean,
He's only short range after all.
Well, yeah.
Right,
but
yeah,
because
he's
guys-
gonna have an extra difficulty die though because of the fact that he's because of the fact that you guys are in the way. So, let's
Gauntlets.
if he runs up and punches him.
If he wants to walk up,
I
yeah.
think, but the other thing is his punch is gonna get through the armor. Is the problem.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
electrical
true.
damage as opposed to a lightsaber, there's a little more chance there, I think. I
Oh,
would
man,
think. I don't
imagine.
know.
But he actually is gonna aim and shoot because
This looks like it's honestly
He-
it's a fact that we might be too nasty for him.
yeah he's not sure that that a punch is gonna do much on this guy.
Ooh,
Well, he did successfully hit, so that's let's see. That's fuck. Where did this weapon go? There it is. Because the thing is, like Beard's base damage got absorbed by the armor, but the successes all went through and hit. So he took 4 damage from hit.
Yay!
Did a little more than you and her. Just kind of like nicked him, and he was like, "Yeah."
All of a sudden, he feels a blast in his ribs. He's like, "Oh, actually, that's smarts."
Oops, I just skipped past Roger, or did I?
No.
How did I wait?
Nathan.
No, wait.
What are you looking at? Because you gotta go to Nathan next.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'll just aim and shoot at him.
About all you can do, and it's not even guaranteed to hit.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think I'm practically worthless in this.
Yeah. So you're gonna be rolling. What is it? Two yellow, a green, and a blue against 4 purples and a black.
Okay, 4 purple, 1 black. All right.
Yeah.
Two yellow, 1 green, 1 blue, 4 purple, 1 black. Got it.
Right.
Ah!
Yeah, didn't think so.
Well,
That was a lot stacked against you.
Your shot just whizzes by because you couldn't get a clear shot on him. Roger's gonna try to take a shot. He successfully hits, but doesn't do as much as Beard did. Hermit's turn. He's not sure where his He's not sure where his electrostaff went, so he's like, "Screw it!" He just tries to punch him because he doesn't know what else to do in this situation.
And immediately breaks his arm off.
Let's see. I think I'd probably use the same dice for that because he's still doing kind of melee combat. Hey, he hit him, but it didn't do anything because he literally just
just soaked it.
Just hits him and just nothing.
Thud. Oof.
He's already disarmed Hermit, so he just actually kind of like pushes his way past him and takes a swing at Grow.
Oh no.
I have things ready for this. Let's see what you can do.
Rating? What's Grow's defense rating though? Is 1. Okay, so he gets 1 black die.
Yep. He gets 1 black die against him.
Ooh.
Oof.
And I also have multiple levels of parry.
Right. So let's see. You got what's your parry level at?
My parry level is 3.
Okay, so
3 strain for 4 damage.
No, you get more than 4 damage because I think it's 2 plus your ranks, so it would be 5 damage. So that would have been 10. So you actually only take 5. But because he got 2 triumphs, that's also a critical hit.
Oh no.
Boy. Well, at least
It
it's
wasn't
low.
very- Yeah, it's low on the chart, so let's see what that is. Off balance, add a black die to his next skill check.
Could be worse.
That's only 1 skill check, and then you're back to normal after that.
Okay.
Could be a lot worse.
Yeah. Shola's turn. You're already back in control. He just kind of like, no, that didn't do much, and just you're on your own.
1 shot, and it's like, oh, well, that was the thing. All right, good luck. Bye-bye.
Show this. Gonna try to force push him away.
Oh, force push him back further. Okay. That's gonna be hard with those guys on the front of him.
What's your force rating again?
1 at the moment. Like I am so close to getting 2nd force rating. So it's
I
one
guess.
white die.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, that works. So she tries to force push him away and just shouts, "Run!"
Okay, so he actually topples over and drops his lightsaber.
Oh, okay. We're running. Let's get out of here. I just grab Shola and be like, "We're running."
Rose turn.
Oh, I guess that was meaningless then.
Just a moment. I also just realized we still haven't taken my strain from parrying.
Oh yeah,
That was
sorry.
a 3, I think it was.
Yeah, I'll remove it. There.
Don't want to have undue extra points that I shouldn't have. Oh, do I want to run? He's like prone now, isn't he? Do I get bonuses for this?
We'll say it eliminates your negative that you would have had otherwise.
So my next question would be, can I hit first and then run, or do I have to do that in the run, move, then act order?
Well, here's the thing. If you want to aim, you cannot run afterwards.
True.
You could aim, though, which would give you more of a chance to hit him for some real damage. And the thing is, I'm gonna like, he's not like anywhere near 100% anymore at this point. You guys haven't hit him very hard in any single hit, but like,
We have been
away at
whittling
him a
him,
bit.
yeah. So I'm gonna say fuck it, and we're gonna sit here and aim. So that's 3 yellow, 2 green, a blue for aim, 3 purple,
against 3 purple and a black.
and a
Because he
black.
does have a defense rating.
Oh!
Holy shit!
Hook smash!
Yeah, so you did 5 damage to him after his soak, and you critical hit him now.
Yes.
Oh wait, you do an extra damage because how much does Wookiee Rage make you do extra?
Oh, that's a good point. That should be early up on my sheet.
If you're critically injured, the bonus becomes a +2. So yes, you did 7 damage to him total. That's the most damage anyone has done to him so far in this fight.
Wacky.
Let's see what hit he gets on.
And 5 plus 10, so that's a 15.
Right. Yeah, but there's still
Well,
I already factored I already factored the damage, but you got him with you. It's kind of ironic that the critical hit he took is minor Nick.
Okay. What does minor Nick do?
It makes him suffer 1 strain.
Yeah, like that's gonna do anything.
Well, actually, if he runs out of strain faster than I do, that means he's completely vulnerable to every attack, just about.
Okay.
But he couldn't parry because he didn't have his weapon.
Well,
Right,
yeah, right now he has to spend point time on his turn just to get his weapon back.
Yeah. He's gonna be back up immediately, but he cannot parry or deflect until he's had his turn, so he can pick his weapon back up.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Beard is gonna take a shot at him while he's vulnerable. Actually, Mr. Beard is going to move up. Wait, no, because he's already in short range. He doesn't need to move up. Mr. Beard is gonna shoot.
Yeah.
Forget what I was
Just
trying
go
to
shoot.
say because I screwed up what I meant.
Yeah. I thought
Just shoot. You're always short range. Shoot here.
Hit
Hit
zone.
That's a hit, but
Not for
he
much.
literally he did like 1 damage.
Ow.
Okay.
What was that? Look at a little slight singed mark on his shoulder. I'll hurt you for that.
Nathan.
Yeah, gonna do the same thing that I did before. Gonna try my luck. Wait, yeah, 2 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue, 4 purple, and a black. Okay, here I go. Wait, hold on. I gotta move up. Hold on. Oh, okay. So, but it's probably gonna be like 1
Next to nothing again.
Ryan, my damage.
Yeah,
at least it
yeah,
hits.
you did 1 damage.
Yeah. My damage is shit.
Every little tic tac off his hit points, as far as I'm concerned at this point.
I'll give Roger 1. Let's see.
Roger takes a shot.
Blessed be Roger's
okay.
boomstick. He hits.
Yeah, he did 2 damage.
Oh, 2 damage now.
Ding ding.
Hermit's turn. Because he's prone, he actually, he actually pulls away and fires with his blaster.
Oh.
Because he still isn't sure where the hell his freaking staff
What
went.
is it? What is it? I can't leave.
But he realized that freaking the punching him was kind of redundant. He misses, but he's no longer up close. Okay, he picks his lightsaber up, gets up, takes one look at Grow, and just swings.
Oh, here we go. Brace for impact.
Oh wait, no, he doesn't get a blue because he can't aim.
Dodge, thrust, parry,
Uh,
spin.
No, triumph
Ooh.
again. Even though it's just like
This guy is very strong.
He's not crit. He didn't get enough advantages to crit this time though.
Yeah,
so-
he did
Oh,
not
but
crit me
they
this
still
time,
do a lot
and
of
I
damage.
parry
Right.
another 4 damage.
Even 5 damage.
Another 5 damage, right. And that takes another 3 off of my... So,
There.
yeah,
I
5.
did it. All right. Shola, it's your turn.
I'm gonna try to push him down again.
But Dexter, don't say
Wow!
As soon as I
Keep
say
pushing!
that, as soon as I say that, you get positive.
Smack! The Force doesn't like you. I don't like
Can
you
you just
either.
imagine how weird this fight would actually look, though, because it's literally just 6 people ganging up on one guy and slowly managing to take him down.
Whap! Smack! 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 Gets up, smacks somebody. Whap! Gets knocked on his back again.
But to be
Smack.
fair, this guy was a huge tank in the show as well.
Before this happened to him.
Yeah.
I have a turn again. 3 yellow, 2 green, 1 blue for aim, 3 purple, and a black. Smite!
Fuck.
And that's a +2 damage, so that's +7 for that roll.
Right.
+7 to my
Well,
7, which is a 14.
So you Grow kind of has like a moment where he it's just like he becomes one with the Force and concentrates as he gets into a fighting posture and thrusts his lightsaber forward, and you just seem to have got it in just the right spot so that your lightsaber breaks through his armor and stabs into his chest. He just stares at you like expression with an expressionless face, says nothing, and then falls over backwards.
Just see him stab through the chest. He just takes a moment as the guy just literally goes limp and just kind of like, oh, and slowly pulls the lightsaber back out. Does a little twirl and shuts it off and puts it back away.
Oh, wow.
Like he's motionless, like he's dead, but his presence doesn't really feel any different than it did before.
Well,
Yeah.
first things
But he's-
first, I'm immediately taking his lightsaber away.
Yeah, goodbye.
If he's going to try and get back up again, he ain't going to be armed. At least not with the same weapon.
Yeah.
All right.
Take on that, yoink. Good days to you, sir.
Roger goes, "What the heck was that?"
That's what I'd like to know today. This day's full of madness.
I mean, I felt his presence, and
I
almost
still feel it. It's I'm just tempting to not kick him in case he might wake up again.
yeah. It was like I
I'm
was
just,
gonna
I'm
say,
just, I'm just
I was
like, I'm just out of character picturing Gro just like getting annoyed and kicking him, and then he sits up like the Undertaker.
Immediately starts smacking him back down again.
And then I thought he'd just do the choke. He'd choke you too. So like that, like the Undertaker likes to do too when he stands.
Right.
So, Hermit says, "Well, if we don't want to really play sides, I'd say we at least bought them some time."
I say
Right.
I'd say that's enough damage for today.
Yeah.
Let's just go.
Let's go find your electrosaph and leave.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
pushes
everyone's
a
on the
button on.
ground
He
look-
pushes a button on his wrist, and he hears like a pinging noise from nearby. Runs over and finds it behind like a speeder.
Sebastian.
Hey,
goes
can
to
we take
Hermit.
the speeders with us?
Ooh, I don't mind that idea either.
Wait. I'm trying to
You don't-
understand, right? Right. He could have done that anytime he wanted to.
Well, we were kind of in the heat of battle.
Yeah, he didn't. He
It was
he
going to take
wasn't.
him a while to get it too.
Oh, okay.
Not only that, while you're fighting the guy, it's not exactly easy for him to try and listen for a noise to go and
because
find it.
I thought like he just pressed the button and then the staff would just go back into his hand.
No,
like
it made a
No,
ping
no.
and he has to go find it.
Yeah, it made a noise so he could actually go and find it.
He has on
Right.
his staff a machine that goes ping, ping.
Wait, man. Oh, maybe I should actually. Maybe we could actually like do something for that. But like you have to know and all that stuff later.
We could do it from remote controls, and we'll still lose them anyway.
All right, so that I'm gonna say that the party withdraws then, if that's what you guys have decided. So
I don't feel like fighting for either side, and we've done enough for both. Well, actually, we've done enough for the Empire.
Right.
Not to mention, someone in the King's Legion is probably going to be very pissed off.
Oh, as if they aren't already. Now they're just
It's
having
like,
more
what I'm
reasons.
talking about, guys.
Right. All right, so
now we have some reports to send back. That was a
Yeah.
massacre, and we gotten ourselves involved just trying to get out.
yeah, you got to go back and report the Saw Gerrera as a traitor.
Right.
That too, yeah. That was the. I'm bad with the names. That's the guy who, was he the other
was
bounty
an
hunter,
outlaw.
or am I trying to
No,
think
it's
of the names?
the rebel guy, the black bald guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
okay,
from
the
the
guy
Legion.
that was saying he was going to back us up, so he backed up the Legion.
yeah.
All right.
That's a shame.
He bailed you out on Geonosis, but that was specifically against the Empire.
Right.
Yeah, this is specifically against the Empire too, but then he had to get the Legion involved, and I'm not having that.
All right.
So we're almost at our usual stop time, but
Yeah,
so
we're about
I'm
10
sa-
minutes out, so yeah.
next time we're gonna do some wrapping things up, and there's gonna be some stuff that it's gonna happen that's not particularly going on in adventure it'll be the setup for the time skip, so that like I have an excuse for the time skip thing to happen. So
Okay.
and so that's pretty much it.
We took no sides outside of the fact that we took down their beefcake.
You guys took down an undead guy, so I mean,
Yeah.
That's bonus points for either side as far as I'm concerned, but yeah, out of here. Bye-bye.
And we got another lightsaber this time.
Oh, by the way,
everybody's-
since the guy is obviously a down and out, I'm also going to take my lightsaber and I'm going to cut off one of his horns just as a little memento.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, souvenir.
Yup. This is one that I claimed off an undead guy who put that on my shelf. If he ever wakes up, he's gonna be pissed.
So yeah. I'm just gonna tell you. I'll just tell you right now that in fact you interfering did buy the Emperor enough time so that he survived.
Shame. Oh well.
If Savage Opress had gotten over there while he was fighting with Saw Gerrera and HK 101 was sniping his guys, he would not have survived.
So we basically made sure the Star Wars timeline was relevant. We basically were the good Terminators, but in the wrong.
You saved the game from a time paradox.
It's basically what was going to happen if the Emperor had died. Is after the time skip, Darth Vader would have been the Emperor.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Old boss, same as the new boss.
But you kept that from happening.
Yep.
I kind of figured that like you guys wouldn't just be like, yeah, we're gonna team up with the bad guys we were supposed to be here to stop and kill the Emperor.
I was like, yeah, I'm like, what?
Because you're technically not supposed to like either side, but it's also no, you're not fucking using us.
You're not using us. We're not going to just play that game. But also, what the fuck with the undead thing? Nope. That crosses the line. We're taking that down, and then we're leaving. Bye bye.
Well, Zareth and Klalex know who that character was. He was.
I have no clue. Yeah.
he was Darth Maul's Savage Opress. He's Darth Maul's brother that was killed by the Emperor in the Clone Wars.
Though I will, I hate to be this guy. He's technically not a Zabrak. He's a Dathomirian.
He's a Dathomirian Zabrak. That's actually what they're That's actually what they're listed as in the RPG.
Wait, so they're like a subspecies of Darth Maul's race.
Yeah, because it's freaking dead.
They're technically both Dathomirian Zabraks.
Oh, okay. So they're both the same race. Okay.
Yeah. But which I think is a term that they came up with because I think the people that wrote Clone Wars didn't know that there was already a species name for their race.
Yeah,
right.
But yeah, now I have the horn of Darth Maul's brother.
Yep.
And if Darth Maul ever sees it, you're in trouble.
Uh-oh.
I'll just sit there holding onto a lit lightsaber and take a little horn and put it to my forehead. Come get me.
And to be honest, I didn't know if you guys were actually going to be able to beat him or not.
I was wondering it for a while, but as you were mentioning that we've obviously nicked him quite a bit, I'm like, keep hitting him. Smack. Smack.
If you want an idea of how much health he had when the fight started, he had 30 hit points.
Wow.
Whoa, that's a lot.
That is quite a bit compared to this group, but the fact that there's 6 of them walloping on him.
Yeah, there's 6 of you walloping on him, so eventually you broke through his 8 soak enough to actually take his health down.
Wow.
Didn't hurt that I did that huge middle round hit on him. That's like, what, 7 damage pure? That was a hell of a crippling blow for him, I think, for a while. Then also keep knocking him prone.
Right.
Actually, are we back on the ship?
I was kind of just cutting it off at that point, but
yeah,
you guys would be heading straight back to the ship because
basically, yeah.
Especially
like, okay, we're done here. We've done enough damage. This fight is not ours. Bye bye.
Yeah, especially because after doing that, you probably wouldn't want to linger around knowing that there's an enemy sniper in the area.
I think
one avoid the sniper. 2 avoid talking to the Emperor as long as possible.
I think Shula's going to talk to Clalix's character Nathan real quick. That's okay.
Before we close the stream, sure.
Yeah, she goes.
Sure. Yeah.
Nathan, there's something I need to tell you, and I'm scared to tell you.
What is it?
I had the voice of Emperor Valkorion in my head. The 7th Emperor from the Great Old.
Has
Dun
it?
dun dun. Sorry, I had